Well, hey, folks, back again with Star Trek Online. And today on console, we have the Temporal Recruit. Now, I already have one, so I'm not going to go through all that all over again. But we'll see if there's anything new. Now, let's see. Temporal Agent. Okay, rank is still 60. I still got to do that. The specializations, that's the same. That's the same. That's the same. It's the same. Still working on that. That's the same. Fleet, that's the same. Probes. All right, so basically everything is the same. There is no new. Wait a minute. So, word, you this okay, recruitment. This allows you to get new recruitment rewards for all your characters. You will get a free T6 ship upgrade. Where? Oh, now my one clan leader's got me all wanting to figure this out. I accidentally went on. No, it's okay. I can use Tori. I want to see this. If it actually gives a free T6 upgrade, then I don't remember it doing it. Free T6 upgrade. I don't recall it being a thing. I'll have to double check the rewards once I'm actually able to get on our space dock. But if to get temporal done to a point, you have to get through a lot of it. So why don't we see if that's actually true, and if it is, and it's new rewards, then cool.
Officers leaving Earth space dock must double check their gear before transport. Unclaimed item. Condition Alpha.
Not, then what?
Greetings, how can I...
Okay, temporal. Choice of marks, salvage, superior. Admiralty. See that? I understand. I don't see nothing about a T6 ship upgrade. This allows you to get new recruitment rewards for all your characters. You'll get a free T6 upgrade from the recruitment rewards. Make sure you bring. Okay, I'm gonna have to check with a character I have not claimed all the rewards on. I can't use that one. No, I'm going way back. Now, question is, can I actually this character high enough? No. This character wasn't high enough. Need to be at least level 20. Yar here should be close to it. Though she's Romulan. What was that? Oh, this character. No, Kembai from Fleet, but that's besides the point. Now let's double check this. If it's actually true,
The shuttle to Saturn will leave at 0830 hours.
I don't recall there being a.
Greetings. How can I assist you today? Or in the future? An encounter, you say? Something temporal in nature, I assume. That's protocol in these sorts of cases. I am getting... That's not entirely out of the...
Oh, she's a temporal. No, she's Delta.
Greetings. How can I assist you today?
Delta. Okay. Marks. RP. Salvage. Fleet marks. Dilithium.
Condition Alpha.
Nope. There's the Admiralty. Reputation. Crit systems. I don't know what that clan leader of mine was doing, but all right, I guess I'm gonna have to create a new character, and we're gonna have to find out. The thing is, though, it's like Oh, wait, go back. I don't have a science officer one. Okay, let's oh, create a character here. They look young. Oh, um, NPC Aaron McDonald. Okay, Aaron McDonald. Okay. Go with the blue eyes. Just mirrored. They actually add things. Like they actually like All right, let's see what happens here. Just do tutorial.
Captain's log, stardate 6147.4. We're orbiting planet Taurus 2 in the Murasaki 312 Nebula. Our orders: investigate the disappearance of a science vessel in this area. Search and rescue operations are about to commence.
I recall
People
that?
you can interact with have icons above their heads. Press A to talk with them.
Lieutenant, we've located the wreckage of a crashed ship down there. I need to get boots on the ground, find out what's going on. Take a landing party down to the surface, assess the situation, and look for survivors. Not so
Aye, aye,
fast.
Captain.
We can't use the transporters due to atmospheric interference. We'll need to take a shuttlecraft down. Use the sensors to locate a safe landing site.
Okay, sure. Sensors over here. I didn't think this was sciences.
Did you find a suitable landing area?
Yes, good size, clear, and close to the
Excellent.
crash site.
I've assigned Ensign Mears to your landing party. She's been to Taurus 2 before. Her insight will be quite valuable. Meet up with her and the others in the shuttle bay. Don't forget to grab a phaser in the armory on your way. From what I've read in Jim Kirk's report, Taurus 2 can get a little rough.
Oh, name drop. Name drop Kirk. I'm coming,
Ensign Tarsi, reporting for
Tarsi.
duty. The captain's asked me to make sure you get back in one piece, and I intend to do just that.
Well, I'm
Let's
glad.
see. M-class planet? Barely. The Tarians are big, primitive, and quick to anger. I'd keep my phaser handy if I were you. Speaking of which, if you want to follow me to the armory, we can make sure your phaser is properly calibrated.
First of all phasers should be calibrated.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
Good job, Lieutenant. That should be enough, unless you want more practice.
No, I just want all these freaking things to go away. Whoa, what happened here? Hey, what happened here? Thank you, Barthui. But, did anybody just see those bodies laying on the ground there? I guess not. Hey, Tarsi, you want to wait up?
Ensign Mears, reporting is ordered. I'm ready when you are. Though I can't say I'm happy to see Taurus 2 again.
Oh, nice to see you, Barthui. It'd be nice. Yeah, I understand. I hate those chat bubbles too, but... Alright,
I
Ensign.
was one of the so-called Galileo 7, a science team sent to study the Murasaki effect. Our shuttle crashed on Taurus 2. Not all of us made it back to the Enterprise alive.
Yeah, and the only way you would know that is if you watch the episode, the Galileo 7, which was a very decent episode. I think they got their way back by burning the fuel in the atmosphere, but that's not here nor there. But sorry to hear
Thank
that.
You can see why I'm reluctant to return to such a place.
Well, it's Starfleet. You're gonna be going places you don't really want to go.
Yes, of course you're right, Lieutenant. I am a Starfleet officer, and I will perform my duties. You can count on me.
Good, because if not, there is an airlock on board, and I am waiting to use it. And, okay, so you run that way, and then this, yeah. Board the shuttlecraft. The shuttlecraft Copernicus.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Well, wait, what level did I just jump up to? I do like the fact that I have the Pioneer class from the new lockbox, from the new bundle, so I'm gonna actually upgrade once we get there. But oh, I'm level 1 already. Oh boy. Yes, Mears.
It's just as grim as I remember it here. My skin is crawling. I can't help but feel like the creatures are out there, watching us, waiting to attack.
Stay alert, they could be. You know, that's not really reassuring to tell somebody.
Right. Okay. It appears the ship crashed somewhere north of here. There are 2 paths from here that lead to the crash site, and there may be survivors on both. I recommend you take Alpha Team along the northwestern path, and I'll take Beta to the northeast. We'll rendezvous at the main crash site.
Okay, who put you in charge? I'm a lieutenant. You're an ensign.
Remember, your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
I mean, I'm the field officer down here as far as I
To
know.
sprint, press and hold the left stick while moving.
I got a red shirt crewman who's obviously going to die, an ensign Tarsi, so I am the ranking
that a
officer.
warp
Why
shark?
are you giving me orders?
Ew.
Don't get too excited. It's not just a warp missile, it's also a secondary hull and whatever this is.
Definitely Federation tech here. What's left of a shuttlecraft's coolant assembly, according to my tricorder.
Okay, so what would explain the giant secondary hull and nacelle?
There's your crashed shuttle. What's left of it, anyway. Look, someone's over there. I think they're hurt.
Someone's hurt. Oh, ow.
Lieutenant, you won't be able to get close enough to revive him while that thing's venting plasma. Those valves should shut down the vents, though.
Okay, nice to know, but still you're telling me what to do. I do not appreciate this. I am a lieutenant. You are an ensign.
Thank you. We need to move. Those things, they're out there.
Right, they're out there. And cue the obligatory red shirt death.
Florence! Look out!
Oh. Why is it always the red shirts that die? You know, if you're gonna have one, you're just basically dead.
What do they feed these things? Ugh, never mind!
What's with my neck? Okay, my neck's fine now.
I'm Dr. Phineas Grogan, part of a research team studying the Murasaki effect. Well, I was before the ship crashed. I was looking for supplies when that thing roared. Got distracted and then that plasma coil blew. Damn near killed me.
You're
You're
lucky to be
telling
alive,
me.
Doc.
We should get those supplies back to camp. Dr. Mueller's probably worried sick about it by now.
Agreed. Even though, honestly, I'm sure our team found him. Okay, there's this must have been a... I want to say... I don't even know anymore. Ships of that time are
glad
different.
to see you. We thought we were stranded here with those monsters.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Scotsman of the Starfleet.
Those supplies you brought will come in handy while we wait. Just put them over there for now. You know, I think there's some old phaser rifles in there. Might come in handy against those creatures.
Funny how you told me that there's phaser rifles in here,
There are
and I
rifles
could
in that
have
crate.
just...
We should show the survivors how to shoot them. I'll set up some targets while you get ready.
Why are we showing them how to shoot?
Phaser? I've never shot one of these before.
Wait.
Well,
You
you're
need
about
to
to.
equip your phaser rifle. To do so, press the menu button and select the captain option
The
under the
targets are
ship
ready,
and crew
Lieutenant.
heading.
Let the survivors start shooting and give them some pointers.
Works for me, even though... Whoa!
I get it. That gives me a lot more control.
Wow, thanks. That feels a lot better.
Right, so... Now you're... Yeah. Yeah. So now we're showing these guys how to shoot.
They're right behind
Even
me.
though... Yo! Mears, what are you doing? I swear, you brought trouble. Mears, where are you?
Heads up! The Taurians are attacking!
No, you think? Mears brought them here. Ooh, sticks! What am I to do? Mears, you have some
We
explaining
need to get
do.
these people to safety, Lieutenant. The Taurians will be back, and in greater numbers.
Agreed. We'll find cover.
Into the ship? But then we'll be trapped.
That's kind of probably the point of it all. That you're gonna be trapped.
Retreat to the
Researcher
ship.
Duncan.
With pleasure.
Yeah, I don't know how well they're gonna deal with us.
Lieutenant,
I mean, we've got
we've
phasers,
held
they
them
got
off so
sticks.
far because they're scared of our weapons. But I don't think that'll last much longer. We've got to fall back to the wreckage. I might have an idea.
Better be a good one.
Shut the doors! They're right behind us!
Pushing the button to shut the doors. Okay, Mears, now we're stuck in
Okay.
here.
Last time I was here, Commander Scott, electrified the hull of our shuttle. That drove the Taurians off when they tried to break in. Think we can pull something like that off here?
Maybe if there's enough in the batteries. I mean, they are probably AAA batteries or something like that. I don't know. There we go. Shock 'em. That was a shocking it thing. Although, why weren't we shocked?
You did it! Lieutenant, it worked! Bless you, Scotty, wherever you are. I think we owe you a very nice bottle of scotch.
Bottle? Man, we'll take a
The
barrel.
Taurians ambushed us. I managed to escape, but the others, they've been taken. We've got to do something, and fast.
I was thinking,
Well,
we can use our tricorders to track residual heat signatures left by the Taurians.
oh, good idea. And next time, Ensign, you are not going by yourself, even though you had people. You know, we don't have to track the signatures. They left giant footprints. There's a third lookout. Where is he? There we go. He's down. Okay, let us run straight into a cave where nothing could possibly go wrong. Oh, they're gonna cook them. Oh. Don't eat us. We'll be strangely.
Lieutenant, we're over here. Help!
Yeah, his last breath was freaking picking up that rock.
Thanks for coming back for us, sir. We owe you one. Pretty sure those things were gonna have us for dinner.
Yeah, have you for dinner. They were going to eat you. Okay, out.
Fascinating. The Taurians appear to be in a late Stone Age state of development.
Now isn't the best time for an anthropology lecture, Skial.
Yeah, Skial, even though you're a Vulcan, I still don't need to hear any kind of weirdness. Although, honestly, I really don't care. At any rate, back to the wreckage.
Am I seeing things? Because those guys picking through the wreckage sure look like Klingons. Just what are the Klingons doing on Taurus 2?
Picking through wreckage, obviously, so let's actually, stop them.
Looks like they're not in the mood for
Vaporize.
questions, Lieutenant.
What gave you that idea? The fact that they
Hey, is that a
were
Klingon pad?
shooting?
Bring it to me. I have some experience decrypting Klingon data.
And yet again, you are giving me orders. Why?
Huh. My little sister's diary was harder to decrypt. Sure, Klingons are good at fighting, but computers aren't exactly their strong suit. And voila, one Klingon pad unlocked and ready for your inspection.
Nice work, Ensign, and know your place.
Captain Core, your plan has worked perfectly, sir. Many ships have fallen into our trap. We've snared a few merchant ships and a Starfleet science vessel so far. You'll be pleased to hear that we're picking up a Federation cruiser on long-range sensors. Constitution class. Time to hunt bigger game. Glory to the Empire!
Looks like the Klingons are using both guile and brute force here, Lieutenant. A pretty potent combination. The captain's definitely gonna want to hear about this.
Yes, he will, and Constitution class means it's probably the Enterprise, which means they're gonna get their butts kicked. Get their keisters kicked. Because if it's Kirk, they're done.
Let's get back to the shuttle before more of them show up.
Well, we're trying, but they just keep showing up anyway. If I get enough subscribers here and enough views, maybe I'll make this a series and I'll just put this up during this event. But I'm not sure yet. I always like to hear opinions on that. At any rate, running. More, oh, no more Klingons, good. Okay, so we have Dr. Mueller. Researcher Duncan, Mears. Mears, you cloned yourself. I mean, you cloned yourself while I was away. Okay,
We're ready to go when
I'm
you
not
are.
going to argue.
Hope this thing's got enough fuel to get us back to the ship.
Well, wait, what do you mean we have enough fuel? Did anybody fill the tank before we left?
Are you ready to board the shuttle, Lieutenant?
Congratulations,
And why are you
Lieutenant.
giving me orders? And like I said, there better be enough fuel on board. I mean, somebody should have filled the tank. Gotta love it.
We made it. Never thought I'd be so happy to see a shuttle bay. I admit I had my doubts in the beginning. Didn't think I'd hold it together down there. Every time I heard those things roar. But here I am. Thanks for believing in me.
I couldn't have done it without Jensen. Don't tell me.
Reach the shuttle bay. Please respond.
This is Shuttle Bay.
We have some uninvited guests, Lieutenant. We've been boarded. The Klingons have breached the hull on the engineering deck and blocked our access. Since I can't send security in, I need you to secure the deck. Start with the engineering lab. We need to bring our plasma relays back online. After that, secure the armory and main engineering.
Right.
I'm remembering an old Earth adage about leaping from frying pans into fires. Your orders, Lieutenant?
Tarsi, help with this squad and take care of the labs.
We'll handle these Klingons. Sounds like you're needed in the engineering lab.
Yeah, well,
I'll cover you while you
now
clear out
you
the
guys
lab,
can
Lieutenant.
help.
They shut down our primary plasma conduits. Get them running, fast!
Why would plasma conduits be controlled from a science lab? Oh, I don't even want to
Plasma
ask.
conduits reinitialized. Auxiliary power restored. Now clear out that armory.
Watch out! More Klingons!
Like I said, what is... Why are you even just staring at the phasers? Grab them!
Great work. Secure engineering next if you can.
Yeah, you would have thought engineering would have been first, then the armory, and...
We've cleared the rest of the deck, Lieutenant.
It's about time. I did most of the work. Why was I in a chair?
Bridge to engineering. Please respond. Nice work. Our security monitors show that you've secured the engineering deck. The Klingons managed to knock out our sensors. We're flying blind up here. See what you can do to bring them online.
Some missions in Star Trek Online will change based on your career track. Engineering, science, or tactical.
Okay, well, I'm bringing the sensors back online.
Sensors are back online. Let's see who's out there.
I need you on the bridge, Lieutenant.
Coming to the bridge.
Sir, incoming transmission.
I'll tell you right now, if it's actually core, I'm going to, like, it's gonna be funny.
Federation starship, this is Captain Core. Surrender if you must, but I'd rather you fight with honor.
I call core. I would have loved if they would have had the original voice actor, but unfortunately he's been gone for a while. But that would have been just great.
Good work, Lieutenant. The Klingons will think twice before they try to board this ship again. Now take the helm. We need to get to a friendly sector.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Taking the
Sensors
helm.
are picking up Klingon power signatures in 2 nearby satellites. I'm thinking they're broadcasting the distress signals that lured in our ships. Bring us in close so we can scan them and find out.
Press up to increase your ship speed. Press down to decrease your ship speed. Select the item in the list.
They're better at all kinds of stuff.
Science report coming in now. The satellites are using a triaxulating signal. It's strong enough to cut through the interference and reach ships outside the nebula. Clever. Almost a shame we have to blow them up, isn't it?
Position yourself near the beacon and press
Use
A
your
to
torpedo
interact to
with
attack
it.
enemies who are not shielded.
Under attack.
Nice work. 1 down, 1 to go. Looks like this one is shielded.
You must be within
Yes.
10 kilometers of an enemy to attack it.
Oh, for crying out loud, I can't go full impulse because... Oh, impulse power. This is why there's what they are.
Use your phaser beam to weaken shielded targets.
Ship is under attack.
Use your torpedo on an enemy when their shield is down to answer the hail. The red alert message at the top of your screen will indicate if you are in combat.
Can you hear us? We're under attack by Klingon raiders. Our shields are buckling. Won't last long.
Hold on, Captain, we're on the way. Okay, so first of all, now I'm just
Hold
taking
the up
orders.
button to activate and deactivate full impulse.
Now time I get full impulse. Oh, it's a D6 Raider.
Ship is under attack.
D5. D5 Raptor. Oh, they're still using those? Archer's time.
Thanks for the help. Our engines are offline. Could you transfer some energy and get them started again?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Thanks for everything. Good luck with the Klingons.
Safe
Lieutenant,
travels.
I've made some modifications to our torpedo launcher. I think you'll like the results.
Acknowledged.
Hold the up button to activate and deactivate full impulse.
So, did you make our torpedoes make bigger
Press B
boom?
to activate high yield torpedo.
More Klingon ships detected on long-range sensors, sir.
Daniels?
We have an intercept course. Lock weapons and fire at will.
Daniels? Great. Anybody know what that means?
Your head, decorate my bridge.
No, I don't think so. Yours will decorate mine. A note to transporter bay. I want that guy's head. No?
This is
Okay.
the USS Enterprise. Acknowledge, please.
En route, Enterprise. Oh, what did Kirk do?
So, the cub comes to fight beside the wolfie, and now you will die with him as well.
D7.
This isn't over, Kirk. I will avenge myself upon you and your lackey.
Ooh, I'm Kirk's
Thank
lackey.
you for your assistance.
If only they have all his
Starfleet
lines.
Command wants us and Enterprise back for a debriefing on this mess. Helm, set a course for Earth space dock, warp factor 3.
Warp 3. If they could have had Leonard Nimoy voice the agents of yesterday, it would have been like chef's kiss. There's something wrong with my neck.
Captain Garrett wants to see you in his office, Lieutenant. But he says to feel free to mingle with the other officers first. I'd take him up on that if I were you. I mean, how often do you get the chance to meet the crew of the Enterprise? The best of the best.
They are. And they're only the best of the best because they make themselves the best.
It's been a pleasure working with you. I didn't enjoy going back to Taurus 2, but we got the job done thanks to you. Starfleet First Officers must be my good luck charm. Captain Garrett has requested me for a new logistics position here at ESD. Might not be as glamorous as the Final Frontier, but I've accepted. Until next time, good luck out there.
Yes, good luck to you, Tarsus. Mears. Sorry. Wrong person. Dr.
If you're going
McCoy!
into the lion's den, you'll need a medical officer.
I shall keep that in mind, Doctor.
That was some fine work back there, friend. It's not every day one walks away from a brawl with the Klingons. You look familiar. If you don't mind me saying so. Have we met before?
No, I don't think we have.
Must be my imagination, then. You meet a lot of folks serving in Starfleet, to be sure. By the way, I heard you ran into the local wildlife on Taurus 2. Right unfriendly devils, aren't they? I won't be forgetting those gigantic spears anytime soon. Look me up sometime.
Here, will that red
We'll have a
shirt
drink
that he got
and share
impaled.
some caveman tales.
Oh, and by the way, Mr. Scott, we owe you a bottle of scotch.
We
Check
were in
off.
Starfleet Academy together.
We were? Okay.
Lieutenant
You
O'Hara
say
of the
so.
Starship Enterprise.
Good luck.
May the great bird of the galaxy bless your planet.
Good work, Sulu. Starfleet Lieutenant has a desk.
Thanks for coming. I have some good news to share. First off, Fleet promoted me to Admiral. I'll be working with Deep Space Command on several exploration initiatives there. Our ship's going to need a new captain. I've talked it over with Command, and they agree with my recommendation. You. Congratulations, my friend. I know the ship will be in good hands once I'm away. Don't think you've gotten rid of me, though.
You sure? I mean, I kind of have a problem with my neck.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. Every generation, Starfleet officers hear the call of duty. Hidden dangers lurk in space, and the threat of Klingon attack has made even the most stout-hearted reconsider their choice to travel throughout the stars. A last-ditch effort to find a common ground could end this conflict. But there are many who oppose peace. If the Federation is to be saved from chaos, new officers will need to take up the task of restoring peace. Live long and prosper, Lieutenant.
Live long and prosper. I'm sorry.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
I choked up there for a minute because it's, you know.
I have some new orders for you.
The late and great
I've
Leonard
outlined
Nimoy.
important people you should talk to while visiting Earth's space dock. Speak with the tailor to customize your appearance. After that, speak with the ship vendor to claim a shuttlecraft.
Whoa, wait a minute. I'm getting a Federation Phaser Mark 6?
Stay safe out there.
How did I jump so high? How did my character jump so high?
You can also view your ship's equipment, as well as the equipment.
Okay, so nothing yet. We are going to do this until we get to the point.
Your minimap shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the minimap if you are far away from your objective.
A lot of new players. Thank you, but I do not need a tailor. A lot of new players. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome. Admiral Garrett said you would come by to requisition a new shuttle. While you're here, feel free to look at the other ships. I'm here to help you choose a vessel. What would you like to know? Welcome. I'm here. Which one were you interested in?
All right, let's get the... Get the shuttle. And... I know this is going to be a bit of a cop-out. Where is it? Oh, you have to finish the tutorial. Okay. Dope. Well, you know what, though? Doesn't mean I can't claim something better. But you know what? I'll keep it pure.
Remember, your objective locations can also be found on your compass as well as your minimap.
I'll keep it a pure run for now.
I know that being a starship captain is a big responsibility, but I believe you're up to the task. If you feel that your ship is ready for its next mission, I can give you new orders. Stay safe out there.
The
Ever
shadow
hear of
of
Edrin 4?
Cestus.
Jim Kirk got into a tussle with a Gorn there. Barely lived to tell the tale. Both
And
the
yet
Gorn
everybody
and the
knows
Federation
about
have
that.
teams there now. I'd like you to back our new people up in case the Gorn decide to engage in a little cowboy diplomacy.
The diplomacy
Stay
would
safe
be
out
them throwing rocks at us. And I need to actually see this. Standard issue. And it's locked behind, yeah.
Skills will increase your effectiveness in both space and ground combat. Select any skills will increase your effectiveness in both space and ground combat. Select each any skill to see a full description of the benefits gained by purchasing it.
Hello. I don't...
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with it. We'll be pure.
Welcome to the Sol System.
Hold A to
All
bring up
visitors
your
to Earth
captain
Space Dock are
menu
required.
and select Return to Sector Space to leave orbit.
This is Earth Space Dock. You're cleared to warp to...
Yeah, we'll keep this a pure, because normally I would switch over to a different chip, but we'll keep it a pure run.
Hold the X button to bring up your Captain Commands menu, select Primary Mission, and then select Travel to automatically fly now to Sector Space. Sector Space is the main overworld map of Star Trek Online. From here, you can travel to different planets and systems. Sector Space is a no-combat zone.
Well, duh, it's a non-combat zone. It's called sector space for a reason. And I do like how they have it as the old way. Got the neutral zone, Japori, unsurveyed territory, Orions. I wish they would have kept it this way. Oh, we travel. Now, while we're traveling here, I bid everybody in the viewing welcome and hope that maybe you subscribe. I'm trying to get up to affiliate. Right now we're about to enter the Endrin system. Well, I'd love to jump into the Theseus, but unfortunately, it is locked until you get through the tutorial. Or I would have used the Theseus. Or heck, even the Ark Royal would have been a good one. You know, just having the ability to launch fighters. That would have been interesting.
We're reading several Gorn ships on our sensors as well as the USS Zhanghe. The Zhanghe is hailing us now.
Shouldn't that be the Zhanghe? Okay, we're definitely yeah, we're definitely going with the Zhanghe instead of the Zhanghe. Okay, so Admiral Riker, you are definitely retconned 400 some years earlier.
Welcome to Edrin 4. I'm Bridget McKinnon, CO of the USS Zhanghe. Glad you could join us. My science teams are on site and conducting initial surveys. Apparently, this place is quite the geological marvel. We're not the only ones present, though. Our friends from the Gorn hegemony aren't terribly chatty, but so far they're keeping the peace.
Why would they be chatty? And if you're a captain, why are you in blue?
Well, I'm sure my people wouldn't mind an extra hand down there on the geological marvel. Feel free to join the party.
Oh, I shall join the party, because if not, then we don't exactly have much of a mission now, do we?
Captain, the Gorn are scanning us. They might not be talkative, but they are curious about us. Orders?
Keep going.
Caution when dealing with the Gorn. They can be easily provoked.
Nice to know that they can be easily provoked.
We have entered the orbit of Edrin 4.
Transporter
Captain.
room to bridge. The geological team, supplies, and gear are ready to beam down to Edrin 4.
Okay, Ensign Scavern, and weren't you in yellow last I saw?
Lowering shields for transport. I'm detecting some unusual energy signatures in orbital space near Edrin 4. Recommend we perform a deep scan of each. They could be hazardous.
Yeah, helm bring us in the sensor range. And the Zhanghe or Zhanghe is a Daedalus class starship.
Strange. For a moment there... It's
what do you got?
Nothing, Captain. Thought I was picking up an impulse drive. False alarm. I'll recalibrate the sensors. Don't want to be jumping at shadows here.
Well, first of all, if it's something important, you should tell me. And second of all, never
Captain,
mind.
The science and engineering teams indicate that they have made it to the surface and made contact with the science team from the Zhanghe. The rest of the landing party is standing by in Transporter Room 1. They're ready to beam down when you are.
Okay, first of all, most of the time transporter rooms, they didn't have numbers until TNG, and I still say it's the Zhanghe, not the Zhanghe, but I think we're just gonna let that go. That would be a whole other debate.
Ah, there you are. Better late than never, huh? Ensign Scavron, Starfleet Corps of Engineers. Lovely planet we've got here. Charming, even, if you're fond of heat and rocks. Still, it's not a complete wash. To say this place is mineral-rich would be an understatement.
Good, sounds interesting.
Press left to scan the area. Your tricorder will point you toward your nearest objective.
And first of all, I would love it if we could just get rid of these tutorials.
My tricorder's showing some interesting mineral formations beyond this ridge.
Oh, it is.
This looks like a good place to start our scans.
Daniels, I'm not going to ask why you're here. Ensign Hunter.
Nice to see a report was spot on for once. The mineral deposits here are remarkably pure.
I mean, Ensign Hunter is actually Ensign Daniels,
This carbon
but
deposit is unusually pure. Apparently, the Metrons don't prepare half-rate planets.
and you obviously do not mess with the Metrons either.
Whoever gets the mineral rights to this planet will be pleased. Very pleased indeed. My readings
Are you
indicate
getting...
there might be dilithium on this planet. I'll need to take more scans to be sure.
It sounds like our Tellarite friend here is getting very excited.
The variety of minerals in the topsoil alone is astounding. The soil here has a high concentration of sulfur. Either my tricorder's broken, or the soil here has an amazingly high concentration of sulfur.
Why would we be worried about sulfur? Seriously, I need my neck.
The mortars have closed off the pass. We can't reach the camp. Who would do this?
Look, over there.
It's the Gorn.
Hey, Tarsi, how did you get one of those rifles?
Captain, this
Hail
is
the
Lieutenant
ship.
Newman. One of the Gorn ships just exploded. They're blaming us and attacking our forces, on the surface and in orbit. Captain McKinnon tried to explain, but they aren't responding to any hails.
Go
Way
red
ahead of you,
alert.
Captain. We're defending ourselves, and our shields are up, which means we can't beam you back to the ship. Afraid you're on your own for now.
What a
Over
big
there.
surprise.
There might be a way out of this infernal canyon further down the valley.
Yeah, okay, we're supposed to actually go down this way and around them. It's like if I actually try to jump that, it'd be funny. It'd be like, ah, and splat. Ah, they go down fast.
We need a way out of this canyon, and I'm thinking that big rock up there is it. With a little Federation ingenuity, we can topple this rock with a makeshift bomb. Once it's down, we can walk across it and get back to camp before the Gorn use the Zhang Ha's science team as target practice.
Zhang He.
Have you read Captain Kirk's report on this place? We have all the materials we need here to make bombs. They won't be pretty like me, but they'll get results. If you can collect the materials, Ensign Hunter and I will work out where to place the explosives.
Behind us!
Right. You are so sure of Ensign Hunter. Collect coal. Remember, children, this will tell you how to make a bomb. Coal, sulfur, and potassium nitrate. So in other words, a potato. A potato, some coal, and a potato, some coal, bamboo, and some sulfur. I just love the thought that they teach us. At any rate, collecting bamboo.
Good. Take these materials over to the bottom of that huge rock.
He just wants to get his rocks off.
Right. Ensign Hunter and I will construct the bombs we need to bring down this rock across the canyon. That's the easy part. It's up to you to keep those angry Gorn off us while we work. Hope you're a good shot.
Have you not seen me shooting already?
At least the Gorn are punctual. Keep them off us! Crush that coal up good, Hunter. Not like that. Finer.
Well, instead of telling him how to do it, why don't you do it yourself?
Careful with that. Potassium nitrate can react explosively with these materials.
Yeah, don't ruin the baked potato.
Now mix it with the coal. Carefully. I'd rather not get blown to pieces today, if you don't mind. We're just about
you're
done.
kind of telling him to blow something up, so why are you worried?
Done! Now let's get these bombs in place.
I'm here. Where you want the bombs?
Well, now that Ensign Hunter and I did the hard work, it's time for you
Excuse
to pull
me?
your weight around here. You need to place these
I beg your
charges
pardon,
under the rock.
Ensign?
Spread them out, though not too far. I'm sure you can figure out an optimal placement.
First of all, I've been upgraded to captain, and you're telling me what to do? You lonely ensign?
The bombs are primed to blow. We should move to a safe distance.
Yeah, Hunter, we're going at a safe distance. I don't think we want to be near whenever they go ba-boom.
Fire in the hole! Ha! Back in the academy, they said that in the battle of man versus nature, man loses. Well, take that, nature. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We should be able to climb that rock just fine. It's steep, but a minor obstacle for us nature conquerors. Just, watch your step.
I hope the scientists are all right. The Gorn aren't known for their mercy.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hunter, and we are going up the rock. Up the rock. Convenience.
Looks like some Gorn came through here. We better hurry.
What made you think the Gorn came through here, aside from the busted gate? Oh, wait, right there. And we have a shuttle? Ouch, got hit with a rock. Ah, Dr. Ward.
Thank you. Things were looking pretty grim there for a moment. The Gorn. They kept saying the deaths of their people would be avenged, but we didn't do anything. I haven't fired a phaser since the academy.
Wow, even Dr. Crusher even knew how to fire a phaser. Alright, join the people on the shuttle to go back to the Zhanghe.
It's clear up here for the moment. Transporters are standing by.
Oh, sure, after we did all this work, now transporters are working. How convenient of convenience.
Looks like the Gorn have exercised the better part of valor, Captain. But the Zhangha's in rough shape. Captain McKinnon is hailing us now.
Good to hear from you. Thank you for saving my people.
You're welcome. What's your status?
We're making repairs, but it'll be some time before our engines are back online.
Well, maybe we can help you.
We're picking up Gorn warp signatures on our long-range sensors here. They're coming back.
Alright, time to fight.
Press the right trigger to fire energy weapons. Press the right bumper to fire torpedoes.
Sure, they go and leave, but I'm about to blow them up.
Thanks for covering us. The Gorn would have made short work of my ship otherwise. I owe you one.
How are your repairs coming? And don't tell me your engines are just miraculously back online.
Slow but steady. Our warp drive is still disabled, but we're making progress.
Beam over supplies.
Thanks. I hate to ask, but something's bothering me. We picked up strange energy readings before the attack. They could be nothing.
Send us your data, we'll look at it.
I'd start with the debris of the Gorn ship that was destroyed. There might be a clue there.
A captain ordering a captain. What, does nobody follow the chain of command anymore? Captains ordering captains. Ensigns ordering.
Captain, the crew of the Zhangha were onto something. I ran a deep scan analysis of the Gorn debris, and the results are damned peculiar.
What do you mean peculiar?
Gorn ships aren't as tough as a Tellarite design, but our scaling
obviously
know a thing or two about hull plating. Whoever fired this shot knew exactly where to hit them. Not
Can you
with the
tell
data
who
we
did?
have now, but the science team just found another strange energy reading nearby.
Alright, set a course. Scan the anomaly.
From the Gorn ship, and some trace elements of weapons-grade plasma. Sir, I know who did this. It's the Romulans.
Are you sure?
I'll shave my eyebrows if I'm wrong. It's the Romulans, I'm sure of it. There's more bad news. The Gorn are coming back, weapons hot. Orders?
Get your razor ready and red alert.
It's the same ship as before. Doesn't look like they're back at full strength, though.
thought we could share this space equally, Federation. Your unprovoked act of aggression against our research vessel tells me otherwise.
We have data that proves Romulans
I
attacked.
see no Romulans, only Federation ships. Do you think me a fool, Captain?
Well, maybe, but
Most
here.
convenient, Captain. But I am unconvinced. Produce these Romulans that you claim destroyed our ship, or prepare to pay for your crimes.
Yes, grab it.
I've got an idea. If we can generate a charged particle burst, we might overload their cloak.
First of all, I don't think that would work, and two, even if it did, it would be awesome. Okay. Don't get your razor.
You're quite the clever one, Captain. Too clever, I'm afraid. No one can know of our actions here today. Your death, while regrettable, is necessary.
Now we'll see about that, Romulan scum. Taking out the big ones first, then we'll worry about the little itty bitty bliss. Alright, Romulans taking it down.
Well thought, Federation. The hegemony will remember the Romulan treachery today, and your assistance in exposing it. I propose we continue our joint surveys of Edrin 4 under a mutual non-aggression pact.
Works for me, Captain.
So there was another player on the field. Nice work out there, Captain. We'll be heading for the closest starbase soon, but we'll be back to finish our work here, along with the Gorn, I'll wager. I think the Romulans will take a pass, though.
All decks
Good
have
luck,
reported
Captain.
in. We're ready to disembark on your order.
Take us out of here. Warp 3.
Most missions can be turned in remotely. Hold A to bring up your Captain Commands menu and
Good to
select
hear from
Turn
you.
In
I've
to
read
report
Captain
to the
McKinnon's
contact
report.
and turn in the
Sounds like
mission.
things got a little rough on Edrin 4. Still, the diplomatic corps thinks your actions will make a difference in future talks with the Gorn. Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Starfleet hasn't heard from Deep Space Station K-13 in a while. It's in a tactically sensitive part of the quadrant, and the brass is getting concerned. Get out there, find out what you can, and render assistance if needed. And hey, be careful, okay? This could go sideways, fast.
Everything always goes sideways.
Stay safe out there.
You are now in sector space. Here ships travel at warp speed between systems. Combat does not take place in sector space.
Hey, thank you. Four more missions until we reach the end of Agents of Yesterday, which I will actually stream the whole thing. So we can find out if what my fleet leader said that we get a free T6 ship upgrade. Which I don't believe that, because I've played before and never had a problem. Meantime, we should actually get Let's begin. Painful omens.
We've arrived near Deep Space K-13, Captain. This is odd. I'm not picking up any comm traffic. No signals, nothing at all, from K-13 or the other ships in system.
Okay, scan for
Sensors aren't
anything.
detecting enemy vessels or warp signatures. No signs of combat either. This is peculiar. I'm not sure what to make of it.
I don't know. Get us close.
Captain, the other ships are raising shields and charging weapons.
Warning. Target's shield has failed.
There goes the Myrmidon.
All ships disabled, Captain. Captain,
We gained
those were the Starfleet ships assigned to patrol this sector. I don't think that was a war game or training sim. Their weapons were at full power.
I'll try to hail them.
Stay away! They're taking control! Don't come near us! They'll take you too! Ah, this station came from the station! Ah!
What has happened?
Message from Starfleet Command, Captain. We're to investigate the situation immediately.
Alright, bring us to K Station 13.
No signs of combat on board the station, Captain. No hostile life form readings either. Everything's quiet. Sensors are picking up a number of life signs over there, but I'm not reading any unusual activity. All of the station systems seem to be functioning normally. Think we should beam over
prepare.
and have a look around?
No, I think we should just stay here, blow it up, and that's that. But no, let's go over. You see, Scavern's an engineer, but yet he's wearing red. Wait, no, that's actually right. Oopsie. I keep forgetting sometimes. Loading screens, gotta love the loading screens.
I don't like this. No one's at their duty stations. Not even the transporter operator. Station's not on alert. What's happening? Tricorder's picking up a life sign nearby. Looks like they're in sickbay just across the hall.
Well, maybe... Okay, Phaser's on stun, but, maybe somebody taking a nap? And you said there was no sign of combat. What do you call that?
Blasts on the wall are from phaser fire. There was a fight here. But with whom? No sign of Klingon or Romulan weapon fire. Just Federation.
The lights
I
have
got
all
a
been
bad
dimmed,
feeling about
but
this.
It looks like sickbay's still operational. Over to the right.
Captain, I think I saw motion in that room to the left.
Stop where you are and turn about slowly. I need to determine if you are infected.
Infected with what?
Neuroparasites. A life form last encountered by the crew of the Enterprise at Deneva Colony. Those possessed by the creatures tend to engage in hostilities with the uninfected, the better to render them fit for infestation.
Right.
Temet,
We're friendly.
and while you have not engaged in hostilities thus far, I have seen infected employ false passivity in order to lure unwary prey. A tricorder scan of your adrenaline levels should verify your status.
Okay, go ahead,
Scans show a
scan me.
slightly elevated level of adrenaline, though nowhere near that of an infected life form. Thank you for your patience. One can never be too cautious where these parasites are concerned.
Sounds serious. Any
According to
recommendations?
Starfleet data files, the parasites can be safely destroyed by exposure to high-intensity ultraviolet light. My attempts at reconfiguring the station's lighting thus far have been unsuccessful. I am a physician, not a habitat engineer.
Don't be pulling a friggin' McCoy on me.
As
You do
a
as I tell
precaution,
you.
I have developed a serum that can render a person toxic to the creatures. However, medical supplies here are limited. I have enough serum to inoculate your landing party and one other person.
Perhaps we can find someone else via the comm system.
Yeah, okay.
Now there's a voice I wasn't expecting. I take it you heard my distress call then. Well, in case you haven't noticed, the station's been overrun by neuroparasites. The wee devils are back with a vengeance.
Scotty,
I'm afraid
did
not.
you bring him here?
I'm in the auxiliary control room, down on the engineering deck. The place is filthy with parasites, so you'll understand if I don't go out for a wee jaunt.
Well, I don't expect you to go out for a jump, period.
Amount of security gear. It may give you another edge against the parasites.
Okay.
Equip your bridge officers by selecting them, then double-click an item in your inventory to have them equip it.
If we pass through the mess hall, we can access a turbo lift to reach engineering. Whenever you are ready.
Sure thing. We will go through the mess hall. Everybody always wants to go through
These
the
crew
mess
members,
hall.
they're all infected by the parasites. Be careful.
Yeah, I can see the parasites. So stun only.
The
Stun
creatures continue to
only.
be resistant to tricorder scans, sir. It may be fascinating. I'm detecting an unusually high level of tachyons nearby. Based on these readings, it is possible that a temporal event has occurred on the station within the last 4.2 hours.
Great, nice to know that there's a temporal incursion. Matt, did you really just have to slap him like that? We took care of the commander. Yay. Everybody cram into the turbo
The
lift. We're going to
auxiliary
engineering.
control station is down the hall to our right. I'm reading a single human life form within the room. The biosigns match those of Commander Scott in the Starfleet Medical Database.
Great to know that you know that, but that's creepy.
Hi there. It's good to see a friendly face. There you are. I was beginning to get a bit concerned. Thought you might have been taken by those little beasties. I'll just lock the door so none of them can get in while we discuss our next course of action. Now that you're here, we've some work to do. The way I see it, we need to get to main engineering and turn on the station's ultraviolet lighting. That'll sort the nasty buggers out properly.
While I
That's
cannot
so.
attest to the ability of UV light to sort Denivan parasites, it will initiate a complete molecular breakdown within all parasites exposed to it.
In other words, yes.
Aye, she's a Vulcan, all right. I was trying to override the lighting controls from here. It looks like someone sabotaged several duotronic relays. We have to repair them if we're going to have any chance of saving the station. Before we go, grab yourself a kit from the crate there. It might come in handy. We better get a move on. The parasites aren't ones to loiter about.
And we shouldn't loiter either.
Equip a kit to gain new ground combat abilities.
Aye, this is one of the broken relays, right here. That one was easy. Just a few more to go.
Basis.
All right, there are several ways through the engineering section here. Keep in mind that the parasites tend to stay in dark corners. If you want to avoid them, do your best to stay in the lit areas.
Okay, we shall do that, Mr. Scott.
Remember, the parasites like the dark. We devils that they are.
Our odds of success are greatest if we remain in well-lit areas.
Yeah, well, I just got parasited.
I'll have this fixed up straight away.
Yeah, I like this episode, this mission, but I still miss the Bonniekin. If anybody even remembers
No trouble at all.
Bonniekin, that was like the best mission for Star Trek Online. Yo, she's down. Guys, I think she's down.
This one just needs new fuses.
Yeah, I miss that old Bonniekin. Bonniekin. Bonniekin.
There we are. Good as new.
I wish I had a stream of that years ago.
Now this may be a bit tricky. It looks like someone has overridden the command codes. You best get to the command center and see what you can do from there. I'll stay here, barricade the door, and keep trying to get those UV lights going.
Okay. We crawl through the Jeffries tubes.
Look, who are those soldiers? They're definitely not Starfleet.
Get the lights while the commander's down.
Plop goes the amoebas.
The parasites, they're dying. All of them.
Salvage what you can and send a squad to kill the Federation vermin.
Edson?
We need to talk.
Yeah, obviously.
Actually, the name's Daniels. This may be a little difficult to absorb, but recent events may make it more plausible. I'm actually from the future. I can't tell you how far. Just that it's a future worth protecting. That's why I'm here now. The aliens we're fighting are called the Nakul, and they're waging a temporal Cold War with us. They're trying to change the timeline here in order to disrupt the future. Understand that I follow a temporal version of the Prime Directive. There's only so much I can reveal to you. Trust that we're doing the right thing here. I can't tell you how far, just that it's a future worth protecting. Time's a factor. We need to stop the Nakul from obtaining the neural parasites. The Nakul ship that brought these invaders is now fighting the USS Ptolemy. Someone must have sent a distress call. Unfortunately, Ptolemy is no match for the Nakul. Neither is your ship, at least not alone. We should eliminate the parasites on the ships you fought earlier. Those crews will help you once their minds are their own again.
We can return to the ship on your orders.
I'm glad it's my orders and not yours. But yeah, that's a lot to take in, Daniels.
The Ptolemy is holding the Nakul off while we rescue the other ships, but they won't last long. K-13 is hailed.
I'm transferring command codes to you now. Use them to remotely access the computer on those disabled ships and emit an ultraviolet flash inside.
This is Captain Seralt of the Ptolemy. We have engaged the enemy ship, but we are outmatched. Please restore those ships and join the fight quickly.
That did it, Captain. Looks like everyone's coming around. The parasites are gone.
This is Captain Doherty of the USS Myrmidon. What happened? What's going on?
Oh, just usual, hostile take over your ship with a bunch of parasites.
Parasites? What? Okay, sorry. We're right behind you, Captain. Lead the way.
Something's wrong.
Leading the way.
We're not doing any damage.
They have some kind of temporal shielding.
Temporal shielding? Never heard of it. But maybe a modulated ion burst can disrupt it.
For a ship that's supposed to be way advanced, it went down pretty quick.
Fine work, Captain. You sent those devils back to wherever they came from. Aye, we do have a wee problem, however. The burst I sent, when combined with the power source, created a feedback pulse. The feedback is creating some kind of spatial anomaly, which is beginning to pull the station in. We need to evacuate, immediately.
Acknowledged.
Scott here. The portal's collapsing. We're in for a right bumpy ride. Everyone's aboard. Get us clear before that portal blows. There she goes. I don't think anyone's ever seen a station do that.
No, and that's technically your fault, Mr. Scott.
Captain, before K-13 was pulled into the vortex, I picked up a few distress signals from inside the station.
You said we had everybody, Scotty.
Perhaps not. After all, it was a temporal vortex. They may well survive. In another time.
I hope
Well,
so.
then, it's been quite a day, hasn't it? Neural parasites, time-traveling raiders. Why, things will seem almost normal once I'm back on the Enterprise. Speaking of, I'm sure the ships here can give me a lift back to her now that they're parasite-free. If Starfleet Command gives you any grief on this, remind them that lives are more valuable than equipment. And you saved a lot of lives today.
Yeah, give my regards to old Kirk.
I apologize for springing all of this on you at the last minute, and I'll explain more as soon as I can. For now, I can tell you that history is unfolding as it should, and that was not the end of K-13. You're building a fine tradition of making the right decisions in crisis situations. In the meantime, don't talk to anyone about the Nakul or their time travel. We can't risk any further corruption of the timeline.
Temporal Prime Directive. It gives you a headache.
System scans clear, Captain. Looks like everything's getting back to normal. We can leave the system on your orders.
Leave this system and don't look back.
Let me get this straight. K-13, an entire space station, just disappeared into some type of spatial anomaly?
Yeah.
And I thought some of Kirk's after-action reports were a little out there.
Well, that's
Starfleet
Kirk,
Command
though.
won't be pleased with the loss of K-13, or the people that were still on board. But they'll be happy to hear about the lives you did save. Good work out there. Keep it up. Stay safe.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
You have a new captain power available in your radio menu. Press the left trigger to show
We have a
all your
problem at
powers.
Babel.
Use the left
Meridian
stick
rebels
to
have
navigate
taken
this
several
radio
Federation
menu.
trade officials hostage,
Press the left stick to
threatening
set
to
your
kill
twin
them
power
unless the
and
UFP
update
withdraws
default
from the
captain
Corridan
power to
sector.
use. Press the
I'd like
right
you to work
trigger
with the
to activate
negotiation
a
team
power
to try to
directly
resolve
from
this
radio
peacefully.
menu.
First of all, we are not going to deal with Corridan because Corridan is always been a headache.
Captain, I need to speak with you in my quarters. I think it's time for that explanation I owe you.
Very well, be there shortly. Set course for
There's
Babel.
more to this mission than you realize, Captain.
Well, I'm sure there is.
Something's not right. I'll explain shortly.
You are now in sector space. Here ships travel at warp speed between systems. Combat does not take place in sector space.
Wow, I'm actually getting up there in levels. I'm at level 7. So we just keep going and going and going. Oh. Oh, what is this? Not knowing TV, it depends on your question. How long have I been playing Stowe? It's been, ever since season 4 on PC, and day 1 since it's been on Xbox. So I actually have a temporal officer that's almost done with everything. I'm just trying to confirm something here. But yes, I've been actually playing for many years. Okay, return to Babel.
All right. I appreciate your patience. I'm what's known as a temporal agent. It's my job to preserve the timeline. You helped me stop one temporal incursion at K-13. There's been another at Babel, and I could use your help with it. Welcome to the temporal
Okay,
ready
I
room.
really need to know
I
what's
use
wrong
it to
with my
monitor the
character's
timeline.
neck.
The Nakul have sent agents to a critical point in time. We believe they disrupted the Babel conference in 2268 aboard the USS Enterprise. I want to send you back there to stop them. You'll be sent back to a point shortly before the conference begins. I'm sending one of our best temporal agents along. I believe you've met.
Nice to see you again. It's been some time. For me, at least. For you, I see hardly any time has passed at all. It must be strange to see me looking, older.
Once you're on Enterprise, deal with the Nakul and make sure the conference proceeds as planned. You'll have a temporal transponder, which will allow me to communicate with you and bring you back. You'll also have these bioscanners. They're short range, but will detect Nakul agents nicely.
Do the job right, and no one will know we were there.
The situation at Babel shouldn't be happening. Something in the past has changed, and not for the better.
Transport to the Enterprise.
Let's begin by using Enterprise's sensors to look for signs of our time-traveling friends. The computer won't have any details on the Nakul, so you'll need to recalibrate the sensors manually on the bridge. Oh, and one more item to be aware of. Ensign Pavel Chekhov is currently on duty on the bridge, which is why I will be remaining here out of sight. As much as I would like to visit the bridge again, two of me in the same place would raise questions neither of us wants to answer.
I don't think so either, especially since you got a lot more gray hair.
Let's get to work. I will check with you again after you are done on the bridge.
I'll take this moment to take a small breather for like a minute or two. I shall return and continue. Okay, I am back. Just had to take a few seconds. And anybody in here,
I haven't
welcome,
worn this
welcome.
uniform for some time. It's a little snug.
I don't even want to talk about snug, you fat. You know, maybe you should. Let me look at you. Yeah, it definitely is snug. Maybe you should have done a better replication. And all those who are watching, welcome, welcome, and please become a follower. I am trying to become an affiliate. I only need about 11 more people, and then I can become an affiliate. I would be very happy about that. That would be my birthday in about a month. Recalibrating sensors.
Nice work. I'm getting some readings from Deck 11, but I can't pinpoint them. Some sort of interference. We'll need to get close and scan by hand. Start with the mess hall. There are a lot of people coming and going there.
Oh, there is. Well, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Deck 11. Oh, who's the guy in the dress? Oh, I'd like this episode of the original series. It was actually very awesome and it was well put together. Especially his confrontation with Mark Leonard and the Tellarite.
I would speak to you.
Does seem unavoidable.
How do you vote on the Corridon admission?
I'd like that episode. Although anything
Sensors
with
are showing that one of the
Ambassador
delegates
Sarek
is
was
leaving
good.
the lounge. Follow him. He might be trying to slip out before you can get a scan.
I'm on. He won't get far.
Is there something I can help you with?
Apologies, Ambassador. Just routine check for biocontaminants.
Oh, should I be concerned? It was my understanding that the transporter filters out biohazards.
Yes, but
Of
we'd just like to
course.
make sure.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way.
Pleasant evening, Ambassador.
Looks like they're on the move. Though I'm still getting a lot of false readings on the sensors. Let's keep checking the deck. Like the old Russian saying goes, 2 heads are better than 1.
Was that really a Russian saying? Although everything with you was a
Being
Russian
here
saying.
takes me back. It was quite a different time for Starfleet. Head back toward the reception.
Yes, it was a different time. Everything could be broken, bent. Yeah, everything was broken
There
and
he is.
bent back
Wait.
then.
That's Ambassador Gav.
So you're telling me Ambassador Gav was actually taken out by a Nakul?
One down and likely more to go. There's nothing we can do for Ambassador Gav, unfortunately. If memory serves, Captain Kirk was attacked next, on Deck 5.
Well, we better get there before Kirk gets really attacked.
The captain's really serious. He'll bleed out if we don't help him. Stabilize him, quickly. Dr. McCoy will be here shortly to finish the job.
Yeah, leave it to me. Last thing we need is to lose Kirk.
Good. It looks like the captain is stabilized. We need to move. I've detected Nakul technology in engineering.
We will stop him there. Back to the turbolift, and that's gonna be fun to explain.
Someone set a bomb in here. I cannot defuse it and keep the mains online at the same time. Wait, Chekhov, is that you? You look older than me, laddie. And you, the last time I saw you was on Dorzana Station. Something was dodgy then, and it's more than a wee bit dodgy now.
It's complicated, Scotty. We've been sent back in time to keep the Enterprise from being destroyed. Aliens are trying to alter the future of the Federation. There's no time to explain. You have to trust us, old friend. We're here to help.
And yet, that line always works.
All right, lad. You can start by helping me keep this ship from blowing to pieces. And get rid of that bloody bomb, if you can.
Sure. Let's get rid of the bomb first, then we'll talk about fixing
power
the
to the
ship.
number 2 shield. Good work. Now check on that bomb. Auxiliary power to shields. Auxiliary power to shields.
I'm getting there, Scotty.
Now check on that bomb.
Kind of hard to do it whenever the thing isn't freaking showing.
Repair teams to Deck 19. Good work. Now check on that bomb.
I'd rather work on the bomb than do the other stuff.
The captain's ordering me to cut the power? I see what he's about.
Yeah, to take out an
We can't
Orion
disarm
pirate.
this bomb, but we need to get to that Orion ship anyway. We can take it with us.
Why not just beam it into space?
We can't let that ship be captured. It has dangerous technology on it. Scotty, I need you to trust me. That ship needs to be destroyed. You can't tell anyone what happened here. It could damage the timeline irreparably. Besides, I'm captain now, so I technically outrank you.
All right, lad. I'll take you at your word. Once you're ready, I'll send you and that bomb over.
First of all, he may outrank you, but
Good
that's in the
luck to you.
future.
Energizing. Now, what's this?
Uh-oh, Chekhov left something behind.
The Orions will lock down their ship. We need to override their security systems.
Where's Tendi when I need her? Oh wait, wrong century.
Press the right stick to crouch. Crouching gives a defensive bonus against ranged attacks, but increases damage for melee attacks. Flanking damage
It was rolling. Vaporized.
I'm going to try to attach the bomb to the Orion ship's engine controls. I'll need you to cover me. See if you can hold them at the doorway so they can't shoot me in the back.
Alright, they're not gonna shoot you in the back. Beam us up, Daniels.
That was close. I'm glad I got you out of there in time. You're both valuable agents. Of course, no one will know what you've done today, with the exception of Commander Scott. That being said, this won't be the strangest thing he'll see in his career. Not by a long shot.
No, I don't think
Indeed.
so either.
Comes with the job, I'm afraid. In the meantime, I can send you and Captain Chekhov back to your respective timelines when you're ready.
Thank you, Daniels.
That was quite an adventure. I think you have the makings of a fine temporal agent, my friend. As good as it was to see Enterprise again, I have other duties to attend to. We're preparing for a very serious event, the Battle of Procyon 5. That conflict will determine the... but you don't need to worry about that now. Enjoy your time on the frontier of yesteryear, a time that will never come again.
Yes, Captain Chekhov, thank you very much. And the only way you know about Procyon 5 is if you watch Enterprise. He gave Archer a headache with it.
A lot could have gone wrong today. We could have lost critical figures in history. Sarek of Vulcan, James Kirk, and the crew of the Enterprise. The list is long. However, the timeline was preserved, thanks to you and Captain Chekhov. The Babel Conference proceeds as planned, and Corridan is admitted to the Federation. Well done. I'll continue to monitor the timeline for incursions. I hope I can count on you again when the time comes for action.
Yesums. Let's see, we go with...
Congratulations,
male
Lieutenant.
tactical. Join us. Buddy Raymond Gillian. Yes. I have a character named Buddy. Good. Some more stuff. Still don't have a better phaser in the back, but what can you do? Give better weapons here. Okay, so next mission should be coming up. Or is it being pain in the butt?
Things are heating up with the Tholians.
There we go.
Monitor stations are detecting large fleet movements toward Federation space, and they're refusing all of our diplomatic hails. We're doing all we can to prevent a war, but it's not looking good. I want you to join a task force I'm assembling. If this goes south, I want my best people on the front line when it does.
So in other words, he wants us there in case all of a sudden we screw up.
Stay safe out there.
The Federation shouldn't be having significant issues with the Tholians at this point in time. I've been scanning the timeline and I think I've found the problem. 2 years ago, a Tholian colonial fleet was destroyed. The Tholians blamed the Federation, and increasing hostilities have ultimately led us here. This is something I'll need your help to correct.
Okay. And how would you suggest we correct it?
I've pinpointed the incident in question, setting temporal transponder back 2 years. We need to correct the timeline during the Defiance encounter with the Tholians.
Oh, wait a minute. What did the Defiant have to do with it? What did the Defiant have to do with it? I mean, that's weird. They were there, caught in that web, and yeah. Now we get to Putz Warp 1.5. Putz. Gotta miss having slipstream drives. Oh, we're moving. Gotta love the fact it takes forever. Now you got failsafe, the USS Lima. Alright, next episode. Tangled Webs.
We've arrived in 2268, and not a moment too soon. The Nakul are clearly out for blood. Tholians are quite xenophobic. They may feel the Federation is part of the problem. We're being hailed by the Defiant. I'll remind you that our orders forbid us from telling them anything specific about the situation. I recommend deflecting their questions until the situation here is resolved.
Alright, on screen.
We're in a real tight spot here. The Tholians were taking a serious beating when we reached the system,
and the other ships opened fire on us the minute we dropped out of war. Mind lending us a hand until we figure out what's going on?
Well, save the Tholians.
Was Tholian colony fleet.
See if you can take a little pressure off. We need to firm up our shields.
Firm up the shield, aye.
Sir, if not kill the Queen, an entire Tholian bloodline will be wiped out.
Well then, let's not let that happen.
Enemy boarding parties are moving to the Tholian flagship. Destroy the aliens.
Estimated Tholian casualties are in the thousands.
Yeah, we don't want that now, do we?
Vengeance for the children.
Not the children. Anything but the children. Well, it seems like the Tholians haven't changed their ship designs in a long time.
Don't suppose you have any idea what's going on here? There's nothing on these aliens in our computers or why they'd attack the Tholians, or us for that matter. All right, do what you need to do. We'll talk about all of this when the shooting stops. Deal?
Deal.
I know it doesn't feel great keeping information from the Defiant's crew, but believe me, it's for the best. I'll monitor the situation here while you assist the Tholians. Do what you can to save them. Good luck.
We shall.
I've found appropriate transport coordinates on the Tholian flagship. Hopefully you can convince them that we're not at fault here. If the Tholians go to war with the Federation now, it would be...
Sensors show the interior of the Tholian ship is too hot for us. You will need to put on an EV suit before going there.
Beam over to the Tholians. And audio crash, and back to normal.
They're all up.
Reading only a few Tholian life signs.
Hey, anybody bring some sunscreen? Did anybody bring some marshmallows?
On the way. Now cool reinforcements are on their way to your position. Stay alert.
Anybody bring the marshmallows? I mean, it is kind of hot over here. It drop kicked him and vaporized. Must have breached the suit.
Nakul have triggered this ship's self-destruct sequence. We've got to shut that down, and fast.
Shutting down?
Stop the ship from detonating, but the Nakul. They've killed Tholian colonists and even hatchlings ruthlessly. What they've done here is an atrocity.
Yes, it is a very big atrocity. Nuke them all! Except the Tholians.
The last remaining Tholians are close to your position, and more Nakul are on their way. I'd hurry if I were you.
Save the queen! Save the queen! They're not from us, they're Nakul.
Nakul. All humanoids are the same. Chaotic, irrational, peaceful, then not. Warring, then you leave. Those you call Nakul killed our people, our children. All are dead. Our sisters must know. Leave now, Federation. Leave us to our final task. You cannot help us. Too late. The hatchlings slaughtered. The colonists lost. Nothing can help in the face of this terror. We must send our message. Others will come. Leave now.
We've got enemy ships on an intercept course, including a dreadnought. We won't last long against a force like that.
Continue to fight Nakul. Keep them from us while we contact our sisters. If you speak truly, you will not betray us.
We won't let you down.
Get back to the ship before that Nakul dreadnought comes into range.
We will not fail you, Your Majesty.
I've been monitoring the Tholian Queen's progress. She hasn't been able to send the signal to her people. Orders?
Protect her at all costs.
Let's have a little chat. What's the situation here? Where did those alien ships come from? I'd like some straight answers for a change.
Orders are need to know, and you don't need to know.
Right? I read you, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. That big alien ship is still hit. Here they come.
Like we said, it's a need to know, and you really don't need to know. Right up its exhaust.
while for my chief engineer to work a few miracles. That Dreadnought is coming in fast.
Great to know that you lost your engines when I need you.
A lot more time.
Okay, where'd you go?
More ships inbound to our location. The alien Dreadnought is concentrating fire on the Tholian flagship.
We concentrate our oh, we can't. Or I would've. Fire all phasers.
Federation, you have proven you are different, rational. This pleases us. We have sent word to our sisters. The Naku will pay. The Federation will not. Now, vengeance for the slaughter of a generation. Vengeance for our children.
The Queen's message has been sent through subspace and... Yes! The timeline is correcting itself. Good work. Now, we just need to help with... Oh no. The Queen is going to full impulse. She's gonna ram the not cool Dreadnought!
Evasive maneuvers! Get out of here, Defiant.
Our engines are still down! We can't escape!
Oh yeah, so that's how it happened.
Captain, look at the Defiant. Perhaps a scan would be in order?
Scanning. I can't tell if there are life signs over there or not. Defiant appears to be phasing in and out of local space-time. The interaction of Nakul chronal energies with the Proto-Nebula has made this area of space very unstable and prone to rifts into other dimensions.
Anything we can do to help?
We might be able to get a lock onto their crew with the computer's assistance and perform an emergency beam out, but we'll need to act fast.
No. I'm afraid that this is their fate. This is one of the hardest things about being a temporal agent. We can only make the changes we have to make, not the ones we want to make. I'm afraid there's not. History states that the Defiant went missing, only to be found here weeks later by the Enterprise. Though they're lost, we now know that they played an important role in keeping the Federation safe, in protecting the timeline. For what it's worth, I will be sure their heroism is included in my report. The Tholians will remember this as well. This encounter may lead them to be more inward-focused, avoiding conflicts with the Federation, for the time being. At the very least, they will know that it wasn't the Federation that was responsible for the destruction of their colony convoy.
See what you do. Let history never forget the name Defiant.
All decks have reported in, Captain. We're ready to return to our own time on your order.
Go back to our own time. Speak with
Captain
Daniels.
Archer had similar concerns when I worked with him. We often disagreed, but in the end, we were able to work past our differences and do the right thing. I hope you and I can do the
after
same.
he had a few words.
Leaving Defiant to her fate was a hard choice, but it saved untold billions of lives. That has to count for something.
I guess.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
I guess. Take comfort in knowing that people died. Interface, all that fun stuff. Last mission. The Battle
We
of
have a
Caleb
situation
4.
in the Caleb system. The Klingons are massing a battle fleet in that sector, and it's pointed at Federation space. I'm leading a force to respond to this aggression, and I want you to be a part of it. If they cross the line, we need to be ready for anything.
Yes,
Stay safe
sir.
out there.
This is a pivotal moment in Federation history. The Nakul may attempt to disrupt it somehow, change the course of time. We'll need to look for signs of temporal flux.
Yeah, and this is where Core was like, the Battle of Caleb 4.
If they show up, we'll need to deal with them, no matter what.
The Battle of Caleb 4. The one that I faced Kirk. Yes, the Battle of Caleb 4 with Captain Kirk. I've actually been having fun. Didn't think I would, but I am. Welcome every new viewer that comes in. Like I said, like some new followers, so I can get up to affiliate. My birthday is next month. I was hoping to maybe get affiliate by then, and that would be very good. I'm only like 10 away. I was like 14, now I'm like 10. So I love it. I love it. Appreciate the support. Of course, I do more videos than just Star Trek Online. I also do some Destiny. I do some. I'm going to be doing other ones too. Doom. Oh, the not knowing TV, you're leveling your new character as well. Well, that's cool. That's really awesome, man. personally, I need to just work on my original Temporal Agent. I'm so close to getting certain things done with him. With that character, I just haven't done it. It takes a while. I'm just doing this
All
to
hands,
run it
this
and
is
then to
Admiral
prove
Garrett,
something.
on board the USS Yorktown. I'm the commanding officer of this task force. Our long-range sensor platforms have detected a Klingon battle fleet massing near this system. At the moment, they're attacking our subspace relay network in order to disrupt communications and long-range surveillance in this sector. We have the Klingons outnumbered at this time. Should they abandon reason and follow a standard attack doctrine, fire to disable their ships if possible. A strong show of force should send them back to their side of the line. All ships, go to yellow alert. Garrett out.
Orders acknowledged.
The Admiral is hailing the Klingons on all frequencies. No response.
So we
The
have a
Klingons
Perseus,
are making an attack run on the subspace relays.
got Gemini, a Daedalus, a Pioneer, a Ranger, the Yorktown, two Mother Pioneers. Weapons free herd. B7. Now, where's Kirk in all this?
Klingon formation is breaking. All ships, give chase.
Alright, we're chasing now.
Me of a cloak.
Yeah, they got cloaking devices, remember?
Klingon ships, decloaking. All ships, this is Garrett. Execute battle plan Sigma 4. Repeat, execute. Concentrate fire on the cruisers. We need to protect them.
Oh, there's a ship that I know. Watnos. We know that one.
The mighty Federation has been brought to heel at last by the Klingon Empire. Those who remain shall know mercy in return for your unconditional surrender.
Shove it, Core.
We Klingons can be gracious in victory. Though, should you wish to die in battle with honor, I will gladly oblige you.
Oblige me then.
Picking up a temporal anomaly on one of the Klingon ships. It's consistent with readings we've seen at previous Nakul incursions. They're trying to interfere with the timeline again. Leave that to me. I'll modify the transporter and beam you over, past their shields. Once on board, free the ship and neutralize the anomaly if you can. Hurry. We're literally running out of time.
Oh, literally running out of time? Yeah, okay, thanks.
Daniels beamed us into a barracks. I'm not picking up any security alerts. Looks like we got the drop on the Klingons. I brought several photon charges along. If placed tactically, we can use them to disrupt this ship's power grid and take down the tractor beam.
Why don't we just blow up the ship?
That door to the left leads to an engineering section. Good place to set a charge.
That's the right. Chair. Chair. Bomb.
This is the captain. There are intruders in the engineering section. Eliminate them immediately.
So much for the element of surprise. Damn! The door's locked and we don't have their door codes. I think I can bypass it, but it'll take a little time.
We'll cut it over. We don't have time for this. Subtlety.
Science lab over here. Probably the only one on a ship of this size. Another good spot for a bomb.
Yeah. Bomb. It's not a science station. This is more like a medical bay. Hate to be on the receiving end of a Klingon medical team. Ooh.
Those charges will do some damage. Now we just have to find the tractor beam controls.
Which would be in engineering.
You need to finish them now. All of them. You don't understand how dangerous they are.
I don't need to do anything. Do not forget who is captain here and who is merely a visitor.
I've given you the means to victory. I suggest you use them. Now.
Noted. Though it seems we have other concerns now.
I warned you, Core. Deal with this. Don't fail me.
Well, well. I was hoping for Kirk, but I got you.
On raw,
Pity.
no pain, no antiseptic, just on dirty. Yeah, that's why I said I wouldn't want to deal with the
So
Klingon.
you're the Federation globflies who found their way onto my ship. A bold maneuver, to be sure. Bold or not, you remain insects.
a minor nuisance to be exterminated, swiftly and without mercy.
Yeah, we'd say the same about you.
In that way, we are alike, for we both are here to help ourselves. Today, I will take what I want in the Empire's name and use it to utterly defeat the Federation. And the Nakul, should the time for war come, we will meet them in glorious battle. But for now, our goals align.
Yeah, they do. So, who am I shooting? Oh, Corey, you friggin' drop-kicked me. You didn't say that. He just, like... He just came up to me and drop-kicked me in the face. Like, ow.
The charges are ready to blow. We should get back to the ship and take out the tractor beam. Are you ready?
Well, wait. If we were on the ship, take out the tractor beam, it...
Charges worked. The tractor beam is down and the ship is free to navigate. The feedback from the tractor beam took down our warp capability. The others are still caught in tractor beams, though their systems are operational. If we free them from the tractor beams, they could likely escape.
Yeah, so in other words, our engines are down.
This is Garrett. We're outmatched here. Disengage under best possible power.
Well done. Thanks for the help.
Nice work. I owe you one.
For heading 265 Mark 10 at best speed.
Run while you can, Starfleet. Won't get far.
Yeah, I know. Nice that we actually, you know... We're protecting them.
Done us all proud. Give them hell, my friend.
Well, I am.
At least one Starfleet officer has the courage to die well. Coming.
we didn't survive.
I'm afraid you're dead. Your ship was destroyed in combat while protecting the retreat of Admiral Garrett's forces. Your sacrifice allowed Garrett to warn Starfleet about Klingon cloaking tech. But your ship was lost with all hands. At least, that's what's in the history books. I've brought you and the crew members I could save to the early 25th century. You're being recruited as a temporal agent. Since you're dead, we're giving you a new identity. We have a speed training and reacclimation process that will help you to fit in. I know this is a bit unusual, but you'll get used to it.
Yeah, I guess. Welcome to 2409.
Welcome, nerds. Space Dock. Busy day on the holodeck, sir? I love dressing up for those historical holo novels, too. My Harry Mudd costume took first prize last year. That being said, you're scheduled for a meeting with the top brass, so you might want to update your uniform beforehand. The Admiral can be a stickler for that sort of detail, after all.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
You're scheduled for a meeting with the top brass, so you might want to update your uniform beforehand.
Sure. And no temporal transponder yet.
Construction technicians needed on deck.
Welcome to my shop. That's a fine replica uniform you have there. Mid-23rd century, yes? My compliments
Late,
to your
not mid.
replicator. Now, if you'd like to update to something from this century... Hello, you can...
Yes, I want to. I don't understand how the tailor is always so wonky. I just want to throw something on. There. There, just something quick. Even though technically the uniform should have the shoot me shoulders.
Welcome to the 25th century. We've been expecting you. Your new cover identity is in place, and Admiral Quinn is expecting you in the office behind me. Report to him for your orders.
Remember, do not tell anyone about your status as a temporal agent. Your goal is to observe and correct, not to interfere.
Should it not then be that do is capital all and tell is all caps too? But I guess that's kind of a moot point.
Ships docking and undocking must disengage engines and operate on maneuvering thrusters only.
Alright, now let's see. Okay, so far I see nothing about nothing about a. There it is. That's the experimental ship upgrade. That does not mean it's a.
Ships docking and undocking must disengage engines and operate on maneuvering thrusters only.
Now, if he's talking about that, the ship upgrade. Yep, that's what he was talking about. The T6 ship upgrade if you get your reputation up to tier 6. That was kind of a waste of. But I already have it. So basically, you just get it and.
Greetings, how can I assist you today? I've recommended you for a command position on board a ship of the line. There are several fine ships available for an officer of your caliber. Head to the shipyard to select your new ship.
So that's basically what my one person was saying. It's the ship upgrade through the reputation tier 6. Just need to progress 1 to tier 6 and you get an experimental ship upgrade. That's what he was talking about.
Condition green is in effect.
Well, that was actually fun. I got through the entire Agents of yesterday in one stream. I thank everybody for being here, and I will see you guys next time. And thank you, and spread the word. I'm always looking for new followers and viewers. I stream almost every day. I will see you guys next time.